This is the debut feature-length film by Clark Duke, who I've been aware of as an actor for quite some time now. Ever since the movie Sex Drive like 12 years ago. Oh, and Hot Tub Time Machine like 10 years ago. He was also in one of the later, if not the last season of The Office too. And looking at his IMDb, he's been keeping himself busy, although I haven't seen most of the stuff he's done. But I like him as an actor. He has a certain effortless charm to him. And he does actually play one of the main characters in this one as well, along with Liam Hemsworth and Vince Vaughn. And I will say that, I liked the performances here. No one really blew me away exactly, but they were all good, and I did very much enjoy John Malkovich's role in this as well. He's always fun to watch, and this one is no exception. But yeah, what's the movie even about? Well, it's about these two guys in, surprise surprise, Arkansas, of all places. And they're fairly low-level criminals who, through a series of events, start working their way up the chain. And that's about as much as I want to give away, because this thing has at least one thing going for it. It's not just another cookie-cutter paint-by-number story, there's a bit more to it. It has originality on its side, and it takes a few unexpected turns too. And a lot of the fun comes from just discovering what's gonna happen next and where the story will go. But you know what? It's actually kinda funny too. I really enjoyed the humor in this. And the writing was surprisingly sharp, and the delivery of the funny stuff was more or less flawless. And that was also helped by the direction and the editing too, because it really made things work. It wasn't flashy or fancy, it didn't do anything too crazy or creative, but it didn't feel bland or boring either. There was a bit of style and character to it. But not too much, it didn't overdo it and it didn't really draw attention to itself, but it worked. I liked it, it stood out enough to make me notice it, but I didn't find it distracting, it was fairly restrained. And that pretty much goes for the script as well. It's got some originality to it. It doesn't feel boring, it does enough to keep things interesting and from feeling stale. But it doesn't go all out crazy either. It walks a fine line between over the top and just enough. And the more I think about it, that's exactly where the performances land too. They're good, they're memorable even, but they stay away from going overboard. Something especially Vince Vaughn has a tendency to do from time to time. Here he doesn't though, he keeps it together and delivers exactly what's needed. And as a result of all of that, this movie ended up being remarkably well balanced. And I ended up liking it a fair bit. I thought it was just well made and fun to watch. I mean, I didn't really even have any issues with it that I could think of. So yeah, a very solid debut effort by Clark Duke, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next. But would I recommend this? Sure, why not? Especially if you like kinda dark and dry humor. But if you don't, then this might not be for you, because a lot kinda hinged on the humor for it to work. So maybe give it a look, maybe don't. After all, I'm not your dad. But hey, what are your thoughts on this? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up or sub to the channel, because that would be fantastic. And if you'd like, you can also support me on Patreon or PayPal through the links in the description. And as always, I appreciate you and thanks for watching.